Well done, my five hind-legged ladies and gentlemen. Well done indeed. This jumping contest is on fire.
Jumping contest? This looks like a big stage. Whoa.
Just a moment ago, we saw a stamp. The Fearless show his awesome might. With his impressive, epic strength, he's made a stable yet distant leap, one worthy of a favorite to take gold. But next up we have the one you've all been waiting for. The unequaled, the unrivaled, the unparalleled. Robert!
I'm not sure how to pronounce that. And, He looks awesome. I like the color scheme. I like the color scheme. For Robert. I'll just call you Robert. Rabbit. Ribbit. You're just gonna be Ribbit. That's it.
Who will emerge the champion and win the great honor and burden of fetching the princess?
Oh, so they also have a princess.
They want to fetch the princess? Wait a minute.
So the one princess Simest was looking for was...
That's gotta be a coincidence, right? But if that's the case, then this should save her a whole lot of effort. Guess we've done our duty as the paladins of praises and bells too, huh?
Interesting. They say it only because we have finished previously the other quest. But if we didn't finish the other quest, it probably wouldn't be like that. In any case, let's check the situation out first.
That's right! Let's stay focused and keep our eyes peeled.
Before the final round begins, let us take a short break and give our two contestants time to rest. For the time being, the competition venue will be open for you all, so go forth and jump to your heart's content. This is what the Rain Song Pond is here for after all.
Rain Song Pond. Bro, this looks beautiful, does it not? The paper huge lilies. This frog architecture, this stage, the blocky mountains. So, Ribbit.
For a bit. I know how nervous you are right now, but this is the final match that every frog has been looking forward to.
I am sorry, Mr. Horlow, but I...
Please don't blame him, sir. Give him a moment to rest. After all, for a bear, I'm sure you need some time to think about how you shall pleasantly surprise us all.
Stamp, you're good enough. I think... I'll save it, friend. You will no doubt set a new record in just a moment, trust me. For now, just rest. You need time. Alright. You're right, my friend. I need some time. Huh. Looks like he is not doing well. But it doesn't seem to be an issue of lacking paint. Excited paper frog. Actually, what is... Why didn't it trigger? Ah, okay. What are you excited about? Actually, I know. It was a stupid question. I'm sorry. Greetings, honored guests. You don't seem like frogs. Nonetheless, welcome to the Rain Song Pond. May your legs be limber. Tell me about the competition. As you have seen and heard, this contest is to dedicate the frog who's best at jumping. What? Our contestants go through the qualifiers, group matches, and elimination matches, and only those who make it through all these can reach the finals.
That, sounds kinda complicated.
It's not complicated at all. Simply step into the arena and clear the challenges that lie before you. Now, looks like I missed the whole tournament already. Dear guests, if it suits your fancy, you can also try out the bouncing contest here. This is meant to test the contestant's speed and stability when jumping. I was just about to do some practice here, then take part in the next contest. But my skills aren't exactly up to par. I can't jump well enough on my own. Would you two be willing to assist me? So there's no competition ongoing here? Of course! The competition's already reached the finals, so the other venues are now open for practice. Keep practicing, keep jumping, and keep competing. Competing, Jesus Christ. Keep competing. That's the way you get better and better. Come on, dear guests. You'll enjoy the bouncing contest too, I guarantee it. Okay. And... Come on. No. Oh man, where did you go? Okay, let's try this again. You're almost here. It's fun, isn't it? Yeah. Man, you're slippery. Yeah. You're missed a little. Don't judge me. And stop farting! Jesus Christ.
Ha! This game is pretty fun, don't you think? Batman wants to give it a try too.
Then be my guest. Do you have like a string behind you? Oh, actually, yeah, you actually do. You do have a string that connects to heavenly principles, so I can just tug on that and send you flying.
Batman can pose as if she's jumping in the air too, you know. It's pretty much the same anyway.
I knew you'd enjoy the bouncing contest. But you know, that was just a game. This is a long way off from a real contest. Only the very best of the best of us can take part in the latter. And this contest will decide who is the best suited to rescue the princess. It's just so exciting. Oh, sorry, dear guests. My apologies. I just can't help but ramble on about... For a bit. After all, the whole reason we've organized so many contests was to choose the paper frog with the steadiness, furthest, most awe-inspiring jumper so that they could go rescue the princess. There's still some time before the final match begins, so feel free to take a look around. Horalu will use his booming voice to remind us when the competition is about to begin. So listen for it. So listen out for it. And make sure you find good seats. Oh. My frog noises aren't on point. I need to try some more. Whoa. 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 Ooh, are those like pedestals? First place and second place. Oh, look. My guy's jumping around. Hey, you got this, mate. Ah, you did it. Congrats. Oh. Ah. Hold on. Huh. Ah. My bad. Oh, man. What about this one? Oh, man. I lost. Well, good luck to you. My guy, what you doing there? You're gonna go deaf. Actually. Oh god, you can drown in this water. Oh no. This isn't Fontaine Waters. Hey. Rabbit. Rabbit. Bruh. Are you fine? You good? Okay. Is this the princess that needs rescuing? Hell yeah. I'm the judge of this tournament. I love how blocky it is. I'm sorry, this is just too good. Hey guys, calm Paper Frog. Welcome, dear guests. I presume you are here to watch the competition. Welcome. In any case, to Rain Song Pond. You have come at the right time, but also perhaps the wrong one. The competition is coming to a close, with only the final, the result of which is already beyond doubt, left to take place. I'm sure you have heard of Forober and Estemp. They are both leading exponents in the art of jumping, but in my experience, Forober is sure to win. Forober is far better at this than all other paper frogs, and has won countless championships. As a result, he is, therefore, the undisputed favorite. What? What? He has the strongest legs, the most agile mind, the most resolute spirit. Most importantly, he constantly seeks to share his know-how with all other frogs. Estemp is, like me, one of the paper frogs who learned by watching him. We respect, trust, and believe that he will once again achieve great success. Before the final begins, I'd like to say and practice a little longer to prepare for the next round of competitions. If you do not mind, we could practice together. Perhaps you might even come up with some good ideas to help me jump all the better. So even choosing the paper frog... So after choosing the paper frog who will save the princess, will you still organize these contests? Of course. This is not just about rescuing the princess. Most important is the contest itself and what it teaches us. Self-belief, resolve, bravery. Okay, so this reminds me of Natlan. I wonder if they're using this as to hint about the tournaments that happening there. I assume the tournaments. I don't know if it's one tournament or if they have. No, they have been happening every year, I believe. Yeah. Only a paper frog who understands and embodies such virtues will emerge as our champion. Come on, dear guests. Let's see if you can feel the virtue inherent in our contest. Alright. Oh, sheesh! Observe Paper Frog's next attempt. Oh. Uh-huh, I see. Oh dear. What a terrible collision. I've come to aid you. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let's do this. Lower the water spout. Huh. Okay. Not bad. You're quite good at this. If you have time, I'd be willing to recommend you to the organizing committee. The next time we hold this competition, we'll be able to measure ourselves against one another. What? Still, I should take up more of your time until then. The final is about to begin. What? Yeah. It's torture.
Guess we'll have to see just how good this Thorberg guy is.
He'll blow your socks off for sure. What? Still, he did seem a bit nervous when I saw him recently. He was constantly practicing the most basic moves, and then getting annoyed at how he was performing them.
Ah, suffering from success. Yeah, these are the finals. A bit of nervous are to be expected. A bit of nerves.
That's what I thought, but... No, I still believe in him. He's not the type to give in so easily. I've got to keep practicing myself. If you'd like, dear guests, please feel free to have a look around. The finals are about to begin, though, so be sure you don't miss him.
So this is an interesting setting, right? They have this guy. Whoa! Hold on. I'm talking over here, okay? Don't start just yet. So they have this guy that they all believe in. They idolize him. They think that he's the best. He can do it, right? And this is a situation where a lot of pressure is put on him. And I don't know what's the deal with him exactly, but again, dealing with so much, not just pressure, but expectations. So many expectations are on him. Everybody expects of him to win. And this is happening quite a lot in our life as well, to some people. If this pressure gets to you, you're just afraid that you'll mess up in the moment where everyone expects you not to.
He jumped 3 lotus leaves and fell into the water.
Wait, my bad.
And here it is, here it comes, my fine hind-legged ladies and gentlemen. The unparalleled Thorbird steps forward to make his leap, and he jumped 3 lotus leaves and fell into the water. It seems we have a champion, the one who will welcome our princess's stamp. Congratulations to our...
No! Mr. Horlu, I protest.
This is ridiculous, absurd, even.
I shall not accept the title of champion in this manner.
Goodness gracious. By the morning dew. Come on. You surpassed Forbert in front of all frog kind.
Forbert slipped up, that's all. He's just not in good form, you know?
That will not convince me, nor any other paper frogs. Anyway, let's give Forbert a moment to himself. We'll continue this later. It seems we have guests. Welcome to Rain's Song Pond. What can I help you with?
Oh, we saw a frog make a really awesome leap.
Ah, then you must have caught sight of Forbert. He is one of the participants in the contest and the finest jumper in all the pond.
What? Fuck. Or so he once was. And so it all crumbles down. This disappointment.
A contest? Oh, Paimon gets it. This must be that sort of competition to see who can jump the best.
Very sharp of you, young lady. This is exactly the sort of competition we're running. Only the most legendary leaper and skilled skipper may take the crown.
I would call myself a legendary leaper and a skilled skipper.
Thus earning the great burden of rescuing the princess.
Huh, sounds pretty cool. Shame we seem to have missed it all, though.
Yeah, otherwise you would have won, Paimon. You're quite a skilled skipper yourself. You'd have done so well too, Paimon.
Eh? Why Paimon? Flying doesn't normally involve much bouncing, you know?
Flying's faster than jumping. It'll be an easy win for you, you skilled skipper.
But wouldn't that be cheating? You're supposed to use your legs to jump. If one of us had to take part, it had to be you. Still, Paimon's never seen you jump that far before, except when you were running away from monsters.
Yeah. This guy is a skilled skipper, okay? He's I would even say a legendary leaper. He jumped incredibly high to fight Scaramouche. He leaped into the air when he was trying to get through to Farina. Look, hello? If anyone's a skilled skipper, that's him. In that case, you'd do well to ask our champion over here for some advice.
My apologies, dear guests, and Mr. Horlu too. But I said it before, and I'll say it again. I'm no champion. But as surely as the Lotus Steps stand, according to the rules, you are a champion. I'll be the judge of that, thank you very much. This contest is meant to pick the best of us, the most skilled of jumpers, to go save our princess. This is a matter of the honor of our frog kind, of all frog kind. And Forbert is the very best of us. You know this, all of us do.
So Forbert was really that impressive.
Oh, we've heard a lot of...
Well, I was thrown off by the pond. By the reflection in the pond of the frog.
Oh, we've heard a lot of other paper frogs talking about him. Is everything they said about him true? That's right. Firebear was the best frog in our pond.
Oh, look at him. He is so sad.
He could easily bound all the way across 12 lotus leaves and land on the 13th. And he'd land so lightly that the dew upon the leaf would not be disturbed.
Oh no! No, he's skipping away! No! Salutes, 07s! 07s to the legend!
He could jump between lotus leaves amidst a flowing river and not fall into the water, no matter how fierce the current.
But we just saw him, so I'm guessing he's not in good form right now?
Yeah, he seems kinda down. He looked super sad when he was leaving just now, too. He's just having a temporary rough patch.
You mean like 4.5? Wait.
That's the only reason he made that mistake. Please, Mr. Horaloo, for the sake of the contest and the sake of our calling, I'd like to ask for a rematch. If you deem it necessary, you can consult the opinion of all the other frogs. I am sure they'll concur. Listen, Stamp. I know you're a capital fellow, sharp-minded, and understanding to boot. But did you not see how Firebird was faring? He left without even attempting to make another leap. I'll speak with him. We've trained together all this time, so I know how he feels. He'll understand. Ah, for the love of lotus leaves and loosen dew. All right, I'll go with you to meet Firebird. We'll come along too. We're really good at encouraging people.
And we're great skippers too.
Huh? Have you been secretly training behind Paimon's back or something?
Paimon, I explain. Have you not been paying attention? Have you not seen how awesome I am at jumping? I'm just good at making others jump. A long way away. Both humorous and polite. Thank you for your goodwill. In that case, let us go together. With any luck, that good humor of yours might soothe his sore spirit. Bond protects us. I wonder which shall serve us better, the soft or hard approach. Okay, oh god. Whoa! My mans! Don't do it! Silent paper frog.
Failure is a deep pond indeed. Doubt is choking it. What? Okay. And avoidance is the shackling sludge. Firebird, Firebird, Firebird. How are you going to hop out of this one?
Bro! How do we make it there? Bro, this isn't the answer.
Squall and Fury.
Come on. You don't gotta do this, okay? We all make mistakes. It's okay.
Behold.
It's all good. Bro, what you doing?
He's here.
Ah, there you are. The award ceremony is over then.
Just the opposite, in fact. Both Mr. Horlu and I are of the opinion that things are far from over.
Indeed. I hereby announce, in my capacity as referee, that you, Mr. Horribert, have one more chance to jump. To maintain the fairness of this competition, and to fulfill our duty to the calling, you must do a rejump.
Dear Mr. Horlo, I, as a contestant, cite the competition rules pertaining to... Bruh, he's yapping, what the hell? I, as a contestant, cite the competition rules pertaining to competitive behavior that may bring harm to oneself and one's tribe. I forfeit my second jump attempt. I do not want to disappoint everyone again, nor bring ruin to our calling. This is the only truly responsible course of action.
Wow, what a professional answer. He even had the specific clauses handy.
He even gave it a touch of emotional appeal.
Alright. Looks like playing hardball isn't going to work. Oh, listen, doing lotus leaves.
But you haven't left the venue. I don't understand what you mean to say, dear guest. This is the best place from which to watch the competition unfold. If you really wanted to give up, you wouldn't have stayed here.
That's true. You can see everything that's going on in the long-distance jumping contest from here. If you really had given up and no longer wanted to have anything to do with the contest, where would you stay?
Ugh. I don't wish to talk about this anymore. I believe I've been clear. Sorry, Estamp, and our two guests as well.
He didn't even wait for Paimon.
Hold for a bit, for the ball's sake. I have an idea. Okay. What's the plan?
So tiring.
What? Not such a great skipper, huh, Paimon? Listen to us, would you? Is there anything else I can help you with, dear guests? You saw the terrible state I was in. I admit, I mostly knew that you were going to say what you were going to say the moment I saw you arriving with a stamp. My answer is no, and so it will always be. Look at my ankles. They are not ankles that can carry such a heavy burden. No one that can save a princess. They only look like pretty sturdy ankles to me. A finer pair of ankles I have never seen.
Yeah, Paimon hasn't either.
But I made a mistake. No, I have been making mistakes all along. I'm sorry, you two, but I cannot continue competing. Okay, but we were the only ones that came for him. So the frogs stayed behind to think of something. Hey, my man!
Hey, don't go. We just want to tell you one more thing. And one last thing.
All frogs make mistakes. They just need to learn from them, that's all. Goldgust, you do not understand. I initially believed that mistakes were mere drops of dew that fall upon our heads. Nothing that could truly knock a froggy down. But I was wrong. Perhaps they were never mere drops, but rather more akin to rocks at the bottom of a pond. Withered wood stuck into the waterbed, or a vent hidden within the muck. We can overlook them, bury them, step over them, or pretend they don't exist. But they will not rest, my friend. They will await their opportunity for a chance to come back to bite to you. I do not like the foreshadowing. I do not like that foreshadowing. For Froggy. What are you doing here? What this tells me, right? The fact that we're getting this kind of scenario right now about failures, and not just failures, but not resolving something and letting it grow until it makes like an effect. And recently, I'm saying recently, like it was like half a year ago. Actually, I don't really recall exactly where he said that specifically. But at some point during the middle of 4.x series, he said something like, "Oh, I prefer to keep things bottled up. To keep my feelings bottled up." And we've seen that. He's keeping all his emotions within, and in Zhan Yun's quest, he let them out for a moment. But he still continues to bottle them up. He still does. So the fact that we are getting this parallel with the Froggy tells me that probably we're gonna have some kind of outburst or something that's gonna backfire with the Traveler's emotions in Natlan. Potentially. Please go, and let me go too. I am nothing but a mere lotus head, who has had all its seeds removed. Even a light breeze would surge through the many holes in my heart and chill me to the bone. I cannot take this great burden. This is the voice of my heart. I have let all frogs down, including myself. You still have a retry, you know.
Yeah, you've got another chance to prove yourself.
I do not wish to taste the bitter pang of failure once more. My legs and my heart cannot.
Whoa! This lotus leaf is moving all of a sudden. What's going on?
Why are you so surprised, Paman? You're not even standing on that lotus leaf. What? But it should have been fixed in place. No, it's moving forward. Please stand firm, dear guests. I will steer it as best I can. I'm guessing that the other frogs made this possible. To put him in a situation with a challenge. Where something depends on it. No! I pressed! Come on, I was pressing it. I cannot reason that fast. Ah! Can you? Oh god. Ah, where are we going? Woo! We're going in a cave. I can do this. Oh, I can do this. Ah. Damn, Froggy. Leave it to me, everyone, and hold on tight. Oh, okay. I'm leaving it to you. What? Woo! Ooh, jump! Slow-mo. That was great. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? Firebird the unyielding. Firebird the bold. He's seizing the opportunity for a retry and a spectacular leap. Spectacular indeed. This is a miracle without precedent. He is the only paper frog ever to leap across this precipice. I knew you had it in you, Firebird. I believed in you. The lotus leaf that suddenly started moving. That was your doing, wasn't it? It was something that Mr. Horlu and I came up with together. I apologize, dear guests, for hiding this from you. While it was certainly exciting, I'd do it all over again. Alright then, Firebird. Now that everyone has witnessed your great leap, you no longer have any reason to reject the victor's crown. But it was a coincidence. A miracle born of coincidence. Just one fluke leap. It was only with the aid of these two guests that I was able to do it all. I'ma be honest, mate. We were just having fun drifting alongside you. You did all the work.
Exactly. We were just watching from the sidelines. That big jump was all you.
Still, our work wasn't in vain.
Right? It would have been a waste to stand by and watch such a brilliant frog give up like that. You love it so much, and you trained so hard for so long, and it would have been awful if you'd just given up.
A tragedy for you and frog kind. Just glad that you didn't actually give up. Ah, honored guests, truly, your hearts are purer than the first drop of morning dew. I'm sorry, my friend. You have done so much. You have done such an injustice. Ah, damn. I'm sorry, my friend, to have done you such an injustice. You should have been the winner of that match. Oh, come now. You proved that you were the best of us, did you not? Please listen to me. We have many competitions ahead of us, and I will gladly compete with you 100, 1,000 times more. But this time, we must put our best frog forward to fetch the princess. That is our calling, and the future of Rainson Pond rests upon it. As such, there is no room for error. Do you understand me? I do. Good. Good, Firebird. That's wonderful. Well, this all seems to have turned out great. We have ourselves a real champion now, don't we? Next up, our champion shall go rescue the princess, and then our calling will be complete. Not to interrupt or anything, about the princess of yours.
Yeah, so, you've said a whole bunch about this princess of yours. Fetch her this, best frog that. Now everything's ready. Do you actually know where the princess is?
Of course, we are about to go receive and rescue her, for she lives in a tower made of vines and giant trees. Only the bravest, boldest, most jumpiest of frogs may evade the thorns and deep mist, leaping atop the tower to deliver the princess from her cage. Oh, our traveler actually speaks.
Princess, you don't mean the one in the forest, do you?
That's right. We met a princess previously when we went to the kingdom of breezes and bells. She does indeed live in a very, very tall tower. And she even has a trial to select guardians. But she can fly herself, so Paimon doesn't really think she needs saving.
And she's selecting her own guardians. She doesn't seem to be waiting for anyone.
Really? Wonderful. That's wonderful. That said, I didn't expect her to be able to fly. Well, that's wonderful. Then I should have to go all the way out there, just to mess up such an important task. In any case, I must confess to being a little tired. Having just jumped so far, I must rest. Hold, friend, I say hold it! Do drop some off. You shall not escape from this matter. Mr. Horulu, I believe that we should travel to the kingdom regardless to see what is happening. Oh, you may be right, but this is quite strange. The princess does live in a high tower, and yet she needs to have no frog to save her. Stamp, Thorbert, it seems that we must speak to the princess. Well then, dear guests, please lead the way.
Oh god. I am fighting for my life here. Jesus Christ. Well, come to think of it, Princess asked us to come and meet her again, yeah. If she's found a hero, the relic acknowledge. Uh-oh, 2 tribes. Actually, bro! Bro! Is that not? Like, are they not representing different tribes? Like, frogs, squirrels up above the tree? Like, the Dendro tribe and the Hydro tribe? No? Ah, so we're all completely stumped. How come you're all here?
Oh, it's you. Such a relief that you've come.
Wasn't I leading the way? Thank you for coming, my honorable paladin. Thank you for coming, my honorable paladin. We seem to have run into a rather peculiar problem.
Peculiar problem? Oh no, don't tell Paimon that the relic hasn't acknowledged Mr. Thorbert either.
If the problem was only that, if the problem was only that I haven't been acknowledged as a guardian, that would actually be simpler.
How to put this? Mr. Thorbert is indeed the champion jumper. That much is indisputable. But the trial he passed was Rainsong Bong's jumping contest, and when he was acknowledged as champion, it was a committee that declared him so.
It is true that Her Highness resides in a tall tower, and that in this kingdom does indeed have its own series of arduous trials. But she clearly isn't trapped, much less needs me to jump up and rescue her. And those trials, no matter how good I was at jumping, I'd never be able to pass them. They just aren't designed for paper frogs. On paper? Yeah, man, what you doing, traveler? On paper, you seem like the perfect candidate. But the details just didn't work out.
Eh, What are we to do? If we're com- if we can't complete our calling? You keep talking about this calling of yours, and Mr. Forabed mentioned it too. What exactly is it? If you haven't found the guardian and princess you're looking for, why don't you just keep looking? Even if you don't find them right in this instant, it's not like this place is gonna vanish into thin air. Our kingdom exists for its calling. It is also the only way we can save it.
Otherwise, the residents of Rangsong Pond have sacrificed so much, and we are continuing to sacrifice for that princess who is nowhere to be found. Generation after generation, our champions have quietly aged away, all memory of their deeds fading away into oblivion. Jeez, they are yapping.
Mr. Horlu has spoken of these brave ones before, weighed down by the burden of unrealized ambition. They are left with no other choice but to end with their days in obscurity. Such a fate is crueler than the fall of a kingdom.
Firebird, we talked about this before. You said you were going to reconsider, and now?
We must have faith in our champion. Our champion will not back down.
If I were perched on a lotus leaf and suddenly found myself drifting away with the current, I would do my best to make sure it didn't capsize in the middle of the river. Now that I carry the lotus head bangle, I cannot shirk my duty. This has nothing to do with courage, Mr. Horlu. Just duty.
Paimon knew our lotus leaf rafting experience wasn't a complete waste of time.
Spoken like a true champion. But if I do end up going overboard, you'll have to call for a stunt. You'd definitely be better at this than I am. He's the real champion when it comes down to it. So why have I ended up being the one on the lotus leaf?
Looks like we still have to go rafting a few more times.
You sure are one unique champion. No matter how hard you try, you're always convinced you're going to fail. You really needn't worry. After all, not only did you come here entirely of your own accord, but you had the courage to shoulder a great responsibility. You are brave enough to make a choice and boldly follow through with it. At least, in my eyes, you're no less than any flying squirrel.
Your Highness, thank you for your praise, and for your trust. Besides, I'm already on this lotus leaf, so I can get off now anyway.
Well, anyway, now that we have the backing of so many strong fighters, I think it's high time we headed into the cave of eerie murmurs to see what lurks in its depths. Stubborn? Sophage? There's no use trying to stop me. After all, when have you ever succeeded in holding me back? Come on, lighten up. This is the last clue we need to save the kingdom. But not a single princess that's gone into the cave of eerie murmurs has ever come back out again. If there's nothing in the cave of eerie murmurs, what does it matter whether I return or not? But on the other hand, if there really is a clue to this salvation of the kingdom in there, then even if I were to be trapped inside, That wouldn't be such a sad thing, would it?
What kind of place is this cave of eerie murmurs? Anyway, and why does your highness sound so serious?
Oh, it's nothing out of the ordinary. Simply put, it's where those princesses of past kingdoms searched for the answer. But even until the day their kingdom vanished utterly, those princesses were never seen again.
Huh? By never seen again, surely you don't mean...
The cave's full of them alive?
There isn't a single flying squirrel that knows, but we'll find out soon enough. To be safe, I'll bring the relic along with us. Who knows, it might just come in handy. Alright, everyone, let's go. Given that one of you is an expert flyer, and the other is a champion jumper, I trust you'll both be able to keep up with me.
Sure! Whoa! Her Highness has flown off already! Let's catch up, you!
I feel like something else is gonna catch up with me after this session. Oh, pleasure to meet you. Ha ha ha. It seems you're a popular one indeed. Even Her Highness, Highness Princess Simest knows of you. About the price paid by Rain Song Pond. Oh, such a heavy topic. Well, seeing as you've asked, it would be rude not to give you an answer.
Oh, but everything seems fine over at Rainsong Pond. You all look so happy to be jumping around and taking part in the contest.
In one sense, that is so. The waters of Rainsong Pond have never dried up, and the contest has never been interrupted. Each committee worked tirelessly away, and each contestant training constantly, doing everything they can to be up to the task of saving the princess someday. But all those paper frogs endlessly laboring, they are the price that Rainsong Pond has paid. From the moment we are born, our calling is to practice jumping and save the princess. Every aspect of life at Rainsong Pond revolves around this. Innumerable paper frogs have sat on Rainsong Pond's committee, and countless champions have been chosen, but all this time we've never managed to find our princess. Generation upon generation of frustrated champions have thus aged away, not knowing how to fulfill the calling that they so cherished. All they can do is watch helplessly as their once powerful legs grow weak and their fine webbed feet gradually wither away. And worst of all, because our champions keep aging, we must constantly train new ones to ensure that we have the strongest paper frogs ready at all times, should the princess suddenly appear. So Rainsong Pond's contest continues without any sign of an ending, yet now none remember the names of those champions who, though they too once cherished the calling, and ended up aging away in helpless impotence. As Princess Simes put it, weighed down by the burden of unrealized ambition, they are left with no other choice but to end their days in obscurity. Such a fate is crueler than the fall of the kingdom. But that's enough about all that. The atmosphere is suddenly feeling rather heavy. Let us place our trust in Farabert and Princess Simist. I'm sure they'll be able to do something about it. Yeah, this all and more starts to sound like Notland to me, with their tournaments. Oh, that good fellow. He said he was going for a stroll to get some fresh air. Perhaps he's practicing his diving as we speak. His diving? Ah, if only a stamp could share some of his relaxed mindset with Forabert. Even a fifth of it would do. Yeah. Honorable Guardian, what can I do for you? About the kingdom that failed to fulfill their callings.
You... Alright. Since the princess herself has acknowledged you as the paladin of breezes and bells, it is only right that I tell you about such matters. Prior to the current era of the Kingdom of Breezes and Bells, this land has known many kingdoms. Just like us, their calling was to find a guardian of the kingdom, who would be acknowledged by the relic. But these kingdoms, which were established to fulfill a calling, declined and vanished before they could fulfill it. Not a single one of them managed to find a guardian who could save the whole kingdom. Vanished. So if you can't fulfill this calling of yours, something bad will happen? That is correct. In some cases, the subjects of the kingdom suddenly lost their voices, while in others, the kingdom's water supply dried up overnight. Yeah, I get them. I understand them. I feel like I'm gonna lose my voice too. Having lost their future, all of these kingdoms eventually faded into oblivion. If we cannot fulfill our calling, this will be our fate too. In any case, I wish you good luck, Paladin. Oh, brother. Okay, so we're going to that door.
Didn't the princess take us to the cave of eerie murmurs before?
Yeah, so that's what we were hearing behind the door. These eerie murmurs. Paimon's sure she heard a strange voice while we were here, while we were there.
Oh, just to let you guys know, us paper frogs aren't very good at jumping in caves.
Don't worry, Mr. Farbert. Paimon might have just been hearing things.
I am a voice, but a voice is not life.
Well, my voice is probably not gonna be alive either, after this is done.
Interaction is only born of contradictions, and only interaction is dialogue.
There it is again!
Do not fear, these voices will not harm us. They are simply lamenting their own past. Lamenting the past. Don't say it. Don't say it. Are these the princess's voices? To be precise, both princesses and princes. What they have in common is they are all voices from fallen kingdoms. They came in search of answers, but found nothing. All they could do was stay and lament their fate in vain. You know this place well. You must have come here many times before. You show great intuition, as one would expect of the paladin. That is correct. I have come here often since my accession. After all, compared to all those princesses and princes from the past, there's nothing special about me at all. It was wishful thinking indeed for me to have imagined that a miracle might suddenly happen, and that I'd find our true guardian just like that. But for the sake of my kingdom, I had to keep searching for a way to fulfill my calling. I could not simply stand by and watch it fade away. So I looked everywhere but found nothing. Finally, though, I narrowed down my search to the Cave of Eerie Murmurs. But because this cave has never been thoroughly investigated, and so as not to drive stubborn and so far sick with worry, or cause their voices to go hoarse, I have never entered the Cave of Eerie Murmurs itself. Now, for the future of the kingdom and all our aged champions, I have no choice but to go in.
Don't be afraid, Your Highness. Not only do you have the super strong you and the champion jumper, Mr. Farbert, to back you up, but also the seasoned floater Paimon too.
Oh,
So you've evolved from skilled skipper to seasoned floater.
No matter what happens, we'll make sure you stay safe. Right, you, Mr. Farbit?
At your service, Your Highness. We've got your back, I think. I mean, we've hopefully got your back. Seriously, caves really aren't designed for jumping in.
It's alright, Mr. Champion. We still have plenty of time to prepare. After all, we need to figure out how to get into this cave first.
But looks like our champion needs to stay here first.
Perhaps this might come in handy.
Alright. Oh, there you go. So drop the waterfalls and puff. Uh-huh, gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. There we go. What? Bruh.
Following me.
Ah, right. I only activated it. Now is the right time. There we go.
The door opened? Then come on, everyone, let us enter.
Let's go. Let's see if there is any contraband in this place.
It's so chilly around here. Such a strange vibe. I was just glad we haven't seen anything weird.
Wait a sec. What's that carved on the wall over there? It looks like a story?
What's it about?
After setting up the trial herself, the princess awaited the guardian within the kingdom. I think I recall this story from the kingdom's records. In the legend, it is said that despite the passing of much time, still there came no sign of a guardian, and it seemed that the kingdom's resources would soon run dry. The princess, whose name was Sioya, therefore made a decision. She let the kingdom's people fall into a deep slumber and sealed off all its land except the tower, where she alone remained to await the coming of the guardian.
What became of the princess?
The guardian that she awaited never came. In the end, she is said to have come to the Cave of Eerie Murmurs alone, then vanished from the world without a trace. It is true that this princess showed great courage, but I cannot say that I agree with her approach. As I see it, by deciding to simply wait there while her people slept in blissful ignorance, she consigned her kingdom to an unknown fate. Instead, she should have taken the initiative by calling upon her people to unite as one, seeking out this guardian together. If she had done this, even if all their efforts had turned out to be in vain, at least she would have known that she'd done all she could. It's just as the last line of the story says, stories follow rules, unfolding in cyclical patterns, but each should follow its own course.
Your Highness, it hasn't come to that yet.
Yeah, come on. There's still hope. And who knows, there might be some important clues left for us to find.
Forgive me, I seem to have gotten a little carried away. Anyway, let's keep searching. Looking around, it seems like we haven't completed the trials in the Cave of Eerie Murmurs yet.
Alright, it feels completely different from how Paimon... stay on your guard, everyone. Let's proceed slowly. Alright. There's... oh god, there's so much more! What the heck? Okay. Irritating thing is that it is both reasonable and obvious. A system for saying goodbye. It's so glaringly obvious. Well, one thing is obvious. Something is definitely obvious to them. Okay, let's see.
Lotus leaves and do jobs. What the... Why has this story been carved on this wall?
What is it?
Someone's carved a story here that goes... Once upon a time, there was a paper frog who wished he had a pair of wings. He prayed to the goddess, who told him that if he could jump higher than all the other frogs, he would have his wings.
Wait a sec. Wait a sec. If he could already jump higher than all the other frogs, why would he need wings?
Maybe it's just hyperbole.
No, the champion's name is actually recorded in the committee's register. This paper frog, whose name was Sibrilis, once won the championship 7 times in a row. No frog was his equal. His symbol was a pair of wings made of lotus leaves, so they dubbed him Winged Sibrilis.
7 times in a row? But I haven't heard you won the championship many times in a row too, Mr. Farbert.
Me? Yes, I've won it 7 times. And a stump 6. But I'd be no match for this champion. Back in those days, they had to figure it all out themselves, without any experience to go on. If my generation of frogs have jumped higher than others, it is merely by jumping up from the shoulders of giants.
I mean, the end result is that you jump higher. That's just how it is. Even if you have to rely on the people who have already gone through that path before, that is still helping you. It's making you better. Because you reach those heights that they did, but earlier. Way sooner than they did.
There he goes again, putting himself down as usual.
So what happened to that champion?
This I do not know. According to the community's records, in the last jumping contest he ever took part in, Sibrilis came second.
Second? So that means...
Indeed it does, given that he no longer felt up to the task of rescuing the princess. Sibrilis announced his retirement there and then. He told his friend that the jumping contest no longer held any meaning for him, and that unless he rediscovered its meaning someday, he would never again compete. From that day forth, not once was his name ever again mentioned in the records of Rainsong Pond.
So just like those princes and princesses, there was a point in time after which this champion simply vanished from the world.
That's right. Oh, all in all, this story really doesn't seem like a promising omen.
Hold on a minute. The last line of the story is also, stories follow rules, unfolding in cyclical patterns, but each should follow its own course. Why does this line keep reappearing?
We better complete the rest of the trials first.
Yes, you're right. Let's focus on the puzzles before us. I wonder where it will lead us in the end.
What's all this in here?
Looks like this cave has no intention of just giving us the answers, but rather plans on testing us instead.
The road to success is never straight, huh?
Another trial. Well, I'm a bit tired, but let's do this.
Thank you. Then let's go take a look at the first trial.
Oh, damn. What should we do? Let's see. So, first of all... Poof. I can raise. That should do it. I see. Okay, what about this one? Oof. Wait, what? Okay, it needs to stay. So, raise. I think I got you. I think I get it. Oh, man. Just splattered. Come here. There we go.
Yay! That must mean we've passed the trial, right? That all went pretty smoothly.
Who's king of trials now? That's right, this guy.
You're in such good shape. If only I was as talented as you are.
Ah, come on.
Huh? Did you hear that?
Stories follow rules, unfolding in cyclical patterns, but each should follow its own curse. Once upon a time, there was a paper frog who wished he had a pair of wings. He prayed to the goddess, who told him that if he could jump higher than all other frogs, he would have his wings. Long ago, there was a princess who personally set up a trial in the kingdom. She waited and waited and waited. O guardian, where art thou?
Eek! The paper's talking!
In this world, that's not really that weird. Literally, all the paper is talking to us. Aged manuscript, champion formerly known as... Cyberless.
Another paper frog, just like me. Another useless champion squandered years, and a pair of worthless, withered wings. Wait, surely you can't be... I am an evaporated dewdrop, a pair of wings too weak for flight. The name's Cyberless is no longer one I am fit to bear.
It is a great honor to meet you, Your Highness Princess Sioya.
It is an honor to meet you too, Your Highness. You, yet another stranger, another princess.
So, I was guessing they're the champion and princess mentioned in the story on the wall.
They just look like two manuscripts.
It is an honor to meet you both. You have resided in this cave for a long time now, so you should know why we are here. Your Highness, have you found the answer you were looking for? Where is the guardian we are looking for?
Great champion, where is the princess that our paper frogs are supposed to save?
Oh wait, wait. Did I just did I voice the other princess as a frog? I might have. I'm sorry.
You should go back. There are no answers here, only question after question. No river awaits, and the lotus leaves do not exist for us. The pond has never seen victory's laurel, nor a princess. Stories follow rules unfolding in cyclical patterns. Such a futile expectation. When will the cycle end?
Keep waiting, keep waiting. There are no answers here, only question after question. The pen that wrote those words has now aligned back upon the page, yet the ink of fate has long dried up. Neither the guardian nor the period that marks the end shall appear. Thus it has always been, until now. Oh shit. So, what I'm getting from this, what my interpretation of this is that this is basically an unfinished story. That someone wrote the story that is unfinished, with no ending. And so it repeats over and over again because it is alive. It's alive, but it has to continue. And because it has no continuation, it starts all over again. Over and over and over again. And my guess that this is a story written by Ender's daughter. Perhaps a story that she didn't finish. Because again, I'm thinking that this is Ender's daughter because one, this is a fairy tale. She writes fairy tales, and two, the magical ink. She has the magic ink. It is 2 out of 2. It has to fit. It has to be her. I do not know if she's still alive. Because this may be like, she's already dead, but she had a lot of books yet unfinished. And the other mages decided to use those books for some reason to make this space. I don't know why. But these are my thoughts about this situation now. But each should follow its own course. This is destiny's inexplicable hope. When will the path ahead reveal itself?
Paimon
Paimon are they? Them.
What are they talking about? Paimon doesn't get it.
Whatever it is, it doesn't sound too promising. They might as well have said nothing.
Huh? But why?
No river awaits, and no lotus leaves do not exist for us. That makes it sound like Rainsong Pond is already.
Neither the guardian nor the period that marks the end shall appear. Huh. Yeah, by the way, I love her design. I love the design of this squirrel. I love the designs of squirrels in general here, but she looks like she has a cape on her, and this cape merges with her tail. And it has even stars, like a starry sky. This is a very great design. I love it. Anyway, we shouldn't jump to conclusions too soon. We haven't even completed this trial yet.
Alright. Giving up before the contest has even ended seems like bad etiquette instead.
Let's take care of the trials first.
Yes, let's stay positive. Maybe there'll be a pleasant surprise waiting for us.
Maybe they will let us finish the story our own way. In our own way. So there's one. And... can I reach it? Yeah, I did. Nice. And there's this one too. Okay, so... where do we start? There's this and that. The frog is here, so let's put it there. Yeah, this seems good. This seems good. Let's try this out and see where it goes. So she's going there. Now I need to go to... uh-huh. Ah, got you. Now I need you here. And drop. Yeah. Hell yeah, first try, baby.
Well, seems like we've passed all the trials, right?
We've passed the trials, but nothing seems to have happened.
I brought the relic, but it hasn't reacted at all.
Are we really meant to just keep waiting here? But what exactly are we waiting for?
It's not like some kind of gods gonna suddenly swoop down and tell us what to do, is it?
What we are willing to do is wait. All we can do is wait.
So they just wait here for the story to be finished.
Meaning lies in waiting. The future lies unknown.
When did they appear? And insisting that we wait like that. What are we even waiting for?
Perhaps they do not know either, which is why
they've been waiting all this time. Which is why they disappeared. They've been just waiting here. So long that they turned into manuscripts.
We are echoes with nowhere to return. Existences that do not exist. Unfinished chapters of blank paper. As are you.
Yeah, unfinished chapters. Yeah.
together, let us go back to where we belong. Stories follow rules, unfolding in cyclical patterns. Each follows its own course.
Hey, you piles of rotten paper! Why do you just keep telling us to wait?
Your Highness, waiting will get us nowhere.
So that's it. I knew I wasn't in the wrong place. Your Highness, Princess Sioya, I have my answer. To the rest of you, it is time for us to part ways. Thank you all for everything you have done. Now it is clear to me that the answer lies not in the cave of eerie murmurs. When I first arrived, I was afraid I would have to pay a heavy price to find a way to save the kingdom here. In the end, the cave of eerie murmurs holds nothing more than a pile of old manuscripts, deceiving themselves by waiting. It is a great relief to know that hope still lies elsewhere. The future lies unknown. Meaning lies in waiting. No, Your Highness. Meaning lies in the unknown. Waiting leads only to waiting. I most certainly will not save the kingdom using such a method.
Yeah, that's right. It has been her philosophy since the beginning.
she said before that she was criticizing this princess, for just waiting for something, while she could do her utmost by working with her people. And if in the end it doesn't work, at least she knows that she's done everything she could. So waiting is just not her style. She's not gonna wait. If the Guardian does not come, I will go in search of them. If I cannot find them in my kingdom, I will search the rest of the world instead. If they are not to be found in this world, then I shall keep searching beyond it. Even if my kingdom is destined to fall, I wish to witness its final moments, when its ending is written. When it's written. Such blindness. Such impetuosity. Such frivolity.
Such ignorance. Such superficiality. Such impatience.
Say what you will, but as you yourselves just put it, stories follow rules unfolding in cyclical patterns, but each should follow its own course. If your path lies here in endless waiting, then mine lies instead on the road ahead.
Can I say something? If you were to deem it acceptable, I would like to go along with your highness too.
Wow, someone seems pretty motivated all of a sudden.
After all, if I could help your highness find your guardian, that could also be interpreted as saving the princess. I am champion of Rainsong Pond. Even if I do it for Rainsong Pond, I must continue to fulfill my duty.
If you are willing to help, then on behalf of the entire kingdom of breezes and bells, I thank you.
That is most alright. I will of course still have to ask the committee's opinion, especially Horlu and Estamp. As you know, I always seem to cause trouble.
We believe in you, our champion of champions.
Great! So what are we... Huh? Your Highness! The relic next to you! Is it... Slide up!
Oh. It's... Wait! This is a star from Mona's domain! I just got chills. I legitimately just got chills. This is... You started flying just like a...
What? How come the relics...
So that it should follow its own course meant... Her Highness, it seems
to have figured something out that Paimon hasn't.
It sounds to me like it's saying we first need to find a lotus leaf. But the owner of this relic ever considered what happened to fall. The music, dude! The strings! Thank you for your kindness, Your Highness, but I believe all I have proven... I cannot read that fast. Her Highness! It's Her Highness! Hello! Look, Her Highness is flying along with a bunch of people and frogs. Look, our relic is shining up ahead. Our guardian is coming. That's wonderful news. We can finally fly around without having to worry. We're going to the top. The strings. The hope. Hope lies ahead. Our future lies outside. Courage lies in dialogue. Surviving in reunion. Oh. Okay.
Hey, isn't that our champion? Hey, Forbert! Forbert is flying! He's incredible! Look over here, Mr. Champion! Give us a wave with your something. That good fellow's blushing. Let's not embarrass him any longer.
Oh, so that's what happens. Fascinating. The stories follow rules unfolding in cyclical patterns, but each should follow its own course. Farewell. May all of you find your own way forward. Farewell. Well, that was an abrupt ending. Kind of anticlimactic.
Oh, my leg! Is it still on the ground? I can barely feel it anymore.
All 4 of your feet are still firmly on the ground, Mr. Champion. And they're in better condition than any of us are. Those princesses from the past, they seem to have left too. I hope that they'll never return to the Cave of Eerie Murmurs. Okay. Let me think. The relic is the star that Mona has been following in her summer event, in her domain. Oh god, it's connecting. Given that Mona is so connected to Barbeloth, right? Her whole story was revolved around stars, and as well as Barbeloth. So my guess is that this star has something to do with Barbeloth. Because Barbeloth is 100% had something to do with it. She's one of the 3 goddess that created Fate? Either Fate or... No, not Fate. Actually, the one that created the skies and the stars. Oh, brother.
Seems our trip to the Cave of Eerie Murmurs wasn't for nothing after all. With the relic lit up, there's hope for your Highness's kingdom again.
That is indeed so. The fact that the relic has lit up means that it has found a guardian worthy of acknowledgement. God, I did not expect this quest to be this goddamn long. God damn it. This is, It seems the guardian that the relic was looking for was not a valiant warrior in the usual sense. A true guardian who is worthy of acknowledgement is one who always follows their heart. Someone who pushes forward relentlessly, in spite of their fear. It turns out that this relic, which we'd been treating like the problem, was actually the answer all along. Those manuscripts that were waiting in the cave. They've been waiting for their path to appear, waiting all this time. Yeah, but waiting will get you nowhere. But waiting leads only to more waiting. No one can find the solution to a problem simply by searching within the problem itself. Like, you wouldn't be able to pick a leaf from a tree if you were just standing on the leaf itself.
Sounds complicated, but I was feeling dizzy now. Anyway, none of them were acknowledged by the relic as guardians. Your Highness and Mr.
Ribbit, Master Ribbit. Where though?
So now the relic has lit up and we've found our guardian. Doesn't that mean that the problem's solved, Your Highness?
Well, you could say that, but I still haven't managed to figure out exactly why it lit up. Looks like Sabrin and Sofosh will be doing some more research for me.
Oh, and now that the guardian's been chosen, doesn't that mean that the relic's trial has lost its meaning too?
It'd be a shame to tear it all down. It's still... I'd still like to have another go or two. No, I will keep the trial in place. But it will now be used to train guardians, rather than to choose them. If every flying squirrel were to become a guardian someday, then no matter what difficulties the Kingdom of Breezes and Bells faced, we could overcome them together. I've been wanting to do this for a long, long time. Just a pity that the relic refused to light up sooner, and that stubborn as Saphage stood in my way. Now that I've been acknowledged by the relic, I shall do whatever I wish.
That's why you're the princess, your highness.
No. Her Highness's title should now be Guardian Princess of the Kingdom of Breezes and Bells.
So, Your Highness, will it be alright if I took part in the training in your kingdom?
But you're already the champion. You're already up for anything now, huh?
No. Didn't you hear that sound just now? That voice that was speaking? This is a trial that you must face to serve Princess Simest and fulfill your calling.
Nope. Whose voice was it?
It was the same as the voice of the manuscripts that claimed to be Sibyllus in the cave of eerie murmurs. Surely the great champion himself doesn't actually believe that I can fulfill Rain Pond's calling. But Princess Simis doesn't need me to save her. If anything, I'm the one who needs her help.
And that's fine. That's okay, too. If you need saving, you just need to accept the help. So you told him you could do it?
Huh? No, I didn't. Or rather, he had no intention of hearing my opinion anyway. But seeing as it's for the calling of Rain Pond Song, of Rain Song Pond, what choice do I have?
You're saying you would like to undergo a trial? Then of course you're welcome to. I couldn't be more delighted to hear that the champion of Rain Song Pond is willing to serve in my kingdom. Besides, I had plans to travel far away in the future, and I was actually just about to invite you to come along with me. After all, there are bound to be places in this world where the wind doesn't blow.
Uh-oh. Mara Javari?
What is this?
When that time comes, we'll have to rely on those champion legs of yours.
Really? Run. I'll run. Tried my best not to make any mistakes. Though I've never tried jumping with anyone riding on my back before.
Then you'll have to train harder from now on. And to the two of you, thank you for all the help you've given to me and my kingdom. Though there are still so many mysteries yet to be solved, why did we need to find a guardian? And why would a kingdom fall into decay by itself? And why would Rain Song Pond have such a calling? But at least the kingdom has been saved, so now I have more time to contemplate these questions. Don't you think that those manuscripts in the Cave of Your Murmurs seems to be related to a story we've heard before?
That legend that Milo told us about, the goddess of fate who used ink to compose her stories. Uh-huh. Yep. Man. Again, I'm thinking of what it could be alluding to, right? Because every single summer event is alluding to something in the future. To the future region. And this one is very, very heavily alluding to the Hexen Circle. We are learning a lot about Hexen Circle from this place. Which leads me to believe that perhaps we're gonna get more Hexen Circle in Notlon? Maybe, perhaps, please? But if not, it's definitely going to be in Snezhnaya or Mondstadt whenever we get to it. It's coming sooner and sooner with each moment.
Do you know something about all this?
Well, it's a long and complicated... Well, actually, it's not that long and complicated story.
You tell Princess Simest and Farabird and Ribbit. about the story.
So basically, everything we've been through is a story written by the goddess of fate.
By Andrew's daughter.
Alright. Now we've really become characters in the story. But seeing as that goddess wrote us in, why didn't she give us an ending?
That's what I've been saying.
First those poor souls in the cave, and now us. Oh, we've all been through so much.
I guess it's up to you guys to write your own ending.
So that must mean it was also the goddess of fate who came up with that line. Stories follow rules, unfolding in cyclical patterns, but each should follow its own course.
Yeah, this is also something I've thought that this is a line in the book itself. Something that someone wrote, which I think Andrew's daughter wrote. And maybe this line is gonna be important in the future too.
I need some time to think about these matters more deeply. My loyal paladin, please take these gifts as a token of my gratitude. These were the only treasures I brought with me. If you have time, please come back to visit the kingdom of breezes and bells again. I believe that you may have some questions for me. But first, I must rest well and think hard.
Hey, no way! Finally! Finally, I'm free! Oh god!
Look what we have here.
Why was this so goddamn long? Who is it? It's so dark. Wait, who's blocked the exit? Knock knock. Come out. Come out, you guys. We finally made it out. Let me clear the territory for you. You can go. You're free. Oh, I'm sorry for stepping on you guys. I'm just... Oh my god. That was way more than I was anticipating. Oh, Your Highness, you're here somewhere, no? Doesn't seem like it. Oh, brother. That sure took a toll on me. Oh, God. I'm gonna need to take a rest. But tomorrow is a new part of the actual story, of the main story, is gonna come out. And with it, a new location is gonna open up. And with the new location, probably a new world quest is gonna... Oh, God. Oh, yeah, and this is gonna... this is gonna be a lot of content to cover. But, hey. I hope you guys enjoyed my playthrough of this quest and me clearing this area. I've had a lot of fun. Had a lot of fun playing through it, just enjoying myself in this world and theorizing. So I have definitely had a good time, and I hope you did too. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and...
Oh, Feastos are just the best snack. They're easy
Yeah.
to carry with you and go with so many sauces.
Yeah.
Actually,
Listen to
I'm
her.
gonna go buy some. Be right back.
Yeah, me too. And be right back. See you guys soon. Bye!